Hey there, and thank you for joining me on the Retro Game Couch. And in today's video, we're going to try and get this C64 working again. Now, this isn't just any C64. When I saw this come online on an auction website, I just had to grab it because it's signed by somebody from the C64 scene. In this case, his name is Rhythm. He's from the Netherlands, just like me, and he did cracks for a group called The Second Ring. He signed this particular machine in '93. And he joined TSR in '92, I believe. He started the Dutch section of the Second Ring. So really cool. He did a lot of cracks on this actual machine, and wouldn't it be cool if we got those cracks running again on the actual hardware? So that's what we're gonna try to do today. Now it's missing keys, it's missing some springs, the case is in bad nick, but the worst offender is that it doesn't turn on, it doesn't work. So I think I have all the parts to get it working again, and in this video we're gonna try and see if we can revive the C64 of Rhythm. So let's go. Let's see what happens if we turn it on. You see something flicker on the screen, but we get no signal. Now the machine did come with a note that the PLA is probably broken, so that's the first thing we're gonna replace. So as you can see, there's a little sticker here on the PLA that says PLA stuck, which is Dutch for PLA is broken. So I've got a replacement PLA here. Let's see if that changes anything. Okay, now in with the replacement PLA. Yes, okay, now at least we get something on the screen. It's a checkerboard, so the PLA was indeed broken. Now I suspect the next offender is probably the VIC chip, so let's replace that next and see if that fixes our problem. So here's the replacement VIC chip. Okay, so moment of truth, did this fix the machine? It did. So it was a broken PLA and a broken VIC chip. Now the only chip I'm not sure about now is the SID chip. So let's see if we can get any sound out of this computer. Alright, everything is hooked up. Let's turn it on. Press T for Terminator. And let's listen. And sadly, no. There's not any sound coming from the SID chip. I pulled the non-working SID chip off the board and I replaced it with a Swin SID, which is an aftermarket SID chip. So this can do the 6581 and the 8580 SID chips, and this should work. So T for Terminator. That worked. Okay, electronically everything is now working again in this machine, which is great. This is the best result that I could have hoped for. The next thing I want to do is remove this shielding, add some heat sinks to the proper ICs, and we still have to address the broken keyboard. So with the defective ICs now replaced and all the heatsinks placed on the ICs that run hot, it's now time to address the case. These hinges have been broken off. So I have these 3D printed replacement hinges, which we're gonna glue on. And while the glue is drying, we can address the keyboard. So next up is the keyboard. It's missing its function keys and there's no spring under one of the cursor keys. And I thought it would be a simple swap around with my donor keyboard, But if you look closely, the plungers on this keyboard are the plungers that you are used to, but the plungers on the machine of Rhythm are entirely different. Now at first I thought these plungers were broken off, but that is not the case. The plungers are the same under every key, and the keys look different on the bottom as well. So looking online, this keyboard turns out to be pretty rare. Not only are these plungers and the keys different, but some of the prints are different as well. As you can see, the return key is centered, and the function keys I saw online are in uppercase instead of lowercase. And it has a few other subtle differences as well. So all in all, a pretty nice find. But I don't have keys that fit on these plungers, so I am going to take these plungers and put them in this keyboard. I've turned most of the lights off, and it's time to go full circle and run the last crack that Rhythm did for the second ring in 1994, and that's a crack of the game Dark Caves. Here we go. Full circle. All done by Rhythm of the second ring, 1994. TSR is proud to present Dark Caves, cracked and trained and level squeezed by Rhythm. Badass. So that was a closer look at the restoration of the C64 used by the cracker Rhythm. I got everything to work, and it was really awesome and totally full circle to get one of the cracks that he did on this machine running on this machine. So really awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time on the Retro Game Couch.
Yeah!